Hello summoners, today I'm gonna explain how you can respin your runestones if you messed up. Now I've realized not a lot of people know this trick, so I decided to make a video on this briefly and clearly, trying to clearly explain this as best as I could. So as you can see, I'm in a battle right now, and let's say I am against a puzzle shield, alright? I fail to dissolve the puzzle shield. What do? The runestones are dropping, and after my round ends, the enemy might just kill me in one shot. Okay, that's just an example. So what I do is to close the game, come back and spin and destroy that puzzle shield again. So normally if you do this, you get a -1 penalty for the enemies. So for example, if their enemy was 3, like right now, CD3, come back to the game and it's CD2. And if it's CD1, you come back to the game, they will hit you once. So that is a penalty that Madhead gives you. It's a penalty mechanic. So how you get around this is you have to quit the game without going back to your home screen, or yeah, that's pretty much it really. You have to close your game without going to the home screen, and you have to close the game before damage is calculated and before your team members launches an attack, because if you go to your home screen, the game saves and knows that you leave the game and close the game midway while spinning, and if damage is calculated and your team members are attacking, the game saves that, so it knows that you spun halfway and you close the game. So we trick the game into thinking that we crashed midway. Okay, so the way I quit my game without leaving the home screen is by holding down my back button for 0.5 seconds, and that will close my game, and I have to make sure I close it before damage is calculated. So for example, I make a spin right here. Okay, you can see the enemy CD is at 3. Okay, so I want to bypass the penalty, so I want the enemy CD to be 3 when I close the game and come back again. So let's say I fail to dissolve these 3 water runes on the bottom right. Oh no, close the game, hold the back button, 0.5 seconds, turn the game on again. Now see you there. Alright, so I'm back to the battle. The board is the same as just now, and I'm not penalized, as you can see, CD3. So you can take advantage of this. So if you mess up a quintillate shield, you can just simply close the game and try again. Just make sure you don't close the game after damage is calculated, after your team members attack. Okay, so sometimes you can mess this up. For example, you close the game after damage is calculated, you come back, you get penalized. That happens half of the time, but after your team member attacks and the round ends, it's too late for you to close the game. So the way I get by this is by opening a craft. Okay, so if you open a craft, the damage is not yet calculated. It'll give you an extra 15 seconds until the compulsion ends, and gives you enough time to decide if you want to close your game again, or you just want to keep it running like this and make sure that you do enough damage to the enemy. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna explain here. So if you messed up your spin, you come back to the game and you spin again. Oh, and there's something worth mentioning. This technique is very good for Greek gods. So let's say you spin your Apollo, you use your Apollo team, you spin. You need to make sure you burst the enemy down. Like, this enemy can one-shot you in any time now. So what you basically do is you spin your runes, and if you see the skydrop straight away becomes extremely less and you feel like you won't be able to burst down the enemy, close the game, come back again, spin differently, and until a very good skydrop comes to you, that's when you can leave the game open and accept that damage. So it is very good trick for Greek gods. So yeah, the most important thing is that you have to close your game while you're in the game. You can't go to your home screen, you can't turn off your phone or okay, maybe you can turn off your phone. I have not tried this out, but just make sure you turn off the game while you're in the game without going to the home screen and come back and everything will be fine. You won't be penalized. But however, if you're penalized, the bot will stay the same. So that's one thing to note as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you in your future endeavors. And do not forget to spin your runes.